I was horsewhipped, I was hit with a bat, I was hit with a trainer, and that was his weapons.
He had 15, 25 lads queued up, waiting to be beaten, all with their trousers and pants down.
Over 5 years, while headmaster of St George's School in Great Finborough, Derek Slade enjoyed using violence on young boys to satisfy a perverse sexual desire.
You follow the rules and you get beaten. 10 years old, dragged off to showers, to the headmaster's bedroom, remove your towel, then be beaten, and then be forced to be sat and cuddled and stroked by him without any clothing on your lower garments. You're 10 years old. That's horrific. Who can you tell? Other staff deny they ever knew about it. People should have helped us, and they didn't.
Within the walls of the boarding school, discipline was brutal, the pupils terrified of telling their parents for fear of repercussions. Boys would be beaten, then made to write a 6-page essay entitled Whackings I've Had.
We're writing porn for him, basically, sadomasochism porn, because he wanted detail on, like, the pain you felt and, you know, stuff like that, and then he'd whack you, so he gets his jollies twice.
The prosecution alleged Slade held midnight feasts at the school, attended by other men. Giving evidence, some former pupils said they were treated as servants, that if they were lucky, it stopped there.
I've got a memory of being invited to one of these feasts, serving these men food, and then being selected by one of the men and going off with him. But I can't remember any more from that, but then I can remember walking back afterwards and just feeling like, I don't know, such a sense of shame, and looking at the other lads and we're all like the same, no one's talking or anything, you know.
The court heard Slade checked all the letters the boys sent home to make sure they didn't tell. When they gave evidence, former pupils explained they were too scared and ashamed even to talk to each other about what was going on. Slade could have been caught much earlier. In 1982, allegations about him were made to the Department of Education and an inspection was carried out. In its findings, the Education Secretary admitted he had limited powers to intervene because St George's was an independent school. It concluded there is no basis for formal action against the school. 3 years later, Slade was convicted of assaulting 2 pupils. He inspired utter hatred in the youngsters he taught.
Every single kid he's hit, touched, screwed up, and the ones that aren't here anymore, I would have killed him. It's time this all finished. And just hope that the other kids out there that went through it realise that they're not actually alone. He's not a man. He's far from a man. He's just an animal. A sadistic, filthy animal.
Derek Slade faces years behind bars. For his victims, justice eases their pain, but they still want to know how he got away with it for so long.